What up, Bucs fans? Welcome to a live stream Monday. Real Bucs Talk here, back with you yet again. And yeah, it was quite the weekend. I hope you guys all had a good weekend. Again, a big win from the Buccaneers, beating the Washington Redskins by the score of 31-23. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Um, but yeah, it's just it was a fun weekend. A lot of close games in the wild card. So a lot of good matchups here coming up for the divisional round. But yeah, the Buccaneers came out with a victory, and that's what matters. I know there was a lot of nitpicking and of that nature. Yeah, the defense didn't play as well as we would have liked to see them play, especially against a lesser quarterback. But you got to give credit to Taylor Heineke; he played pretty well. So, but yeah, I mean, before I get started here, I just want to thank you guys for joining me again. Doing this solo as my good man Mark is with his wife and new born child. So just I just want to thank you guys for joining me, and shout out to Bucs Report. I appreciate their support. They've been a silent kind of like sponsor for us. They do a lot of great work for, just, sharing our content. So appreciate them. Thank you to our Facebook group, YouTube subscribers and Twitter followers as well. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me here tonight. And I'm going to lean on you guys. So feel free to put comments or questions in the chat as I see here. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, Donovan Smith, he played outstanding. I thought both our tackles played, really well. I mean, Tristan Wirfs has been a stud all year, but yeah, Donovan really stepped up and played great. So, am I coming in clear, guys? Can you hear me okay? Hopefully, my Wi-Fi is good. And again, Mark usually runs it here. Let me make sure I probably should have done that beforehand to make sure my internet is good. It looks like we're good. Let me see if I can. Yep. Okay. Audio sounds great. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that was another concern. Great point. Chris Godwin, yeah, I mean, 5 drops. That's definitely uncommon, right? 5 drops in one game, and usually Chris is so sure-handed, and if he did make those catches, the game probably would have been a different story, right? Probably a bigger upset. So yeah, I'm not concerned. I think he'll be okay. I think he's going to be good going forward. So yeah, exactly. Deuce flex. Yeah, I agree. I don't see it happening again. I think he'll have a huge game, hopefully against the Saints coming up. But let's get into this Washington game. My thoughts real quick on it. I thought offensively, they did what I thought they were going to do. They were going to pass protect. They're going to block the defensive line of Washington. They're going to take them out and really neutralize them with play action and getting Brady comfortable early. And I thought they did that. And they had good drives and they got points. I know there's a couple of drives where it stalled, but they found ways to score touchdowns early, get that lead that we wanted. You go into halftime 18-7, and then they just continue to build on. Yeah, Washington made it close at one point. It was 18-16. And then, the offense found their way again, got aggressive. Big shout out to 28. Everyone knows how I feel about Leonard Fournette, and I thought he had his best game of his career as a Buccaneer. So that was really nice to see. Offensive line, though, really won the game for us. Tom Brady was great, but I think our offensive line really dominated up front. A lot of people, if you go back and watch the tape, they'll say that offensive line was great. So defensively, yeah, I mean, you say right here, cheerily go to 3. Thank you for joining us. Defense is concerning. They definitely need to play more aggressive, especially with Devin White returning, which is going to be big. I think if Devin was in this game against Washington, probably would have been a little bit different. But yeah, it's definitely has to be better going forward. They're going to have to play more aggressive. They're going to have to play some more press man coverage is something that we need to see. And, hopefully that is what the game plan is going to be. Cause we saw, what the Bears did yesterday against the Saints. I mean, they really neutralized them in the first half, the offense that be. And, that's what the defense needs to get back to is, and against Washington, there was some bad tackling. So that's going to have to be better. We're going to have to be more sharp with our angles and make sure we come downhill. That is going to be very important. So got to be sharper on defense for sure. But, just going back to what I was saying earlier, I thought the offense did its job. They did what I expected them to do. And, hopefully we can be sharper in the red zone, going forward and convert on some plays, get those touchdowns instead of field goals. That's going to be very important against the Saints. And then, over to the other side defensively, like I said, they just have to be better doing their job. There's a lot of missed assignments, that was going on, guys trying to do a little bit too much. You saw Carlton at times get out of place, or it'd be the safeties getting out of position. So just have to be better with our assignments and knowing where we're supposed to be, making sure we contain the pocket, which shouldn't be a problem against Drew Brees. So, they struggle with the mobile quarterback, and, that has to be better going forward. The pass rush and the coverage has to work better together. So that's what we have to do. And, but for the most part, they did make stops when they needed to. They got big stops late in the game. You got a couple pressures on Taylor, and then that kind of injured him, and then he came back in. And then we made some, big stops when the game was on the line. And, Levante David with that big sack to end it. That was huge. And so, yeah, they did struggle, but, at the same time, they did shut down the run, which we know they're going to do. They're going to have to do that against Alvin Kamara and Latavius Murray for sure. So, yeah, I mean, overall, I thought, and then special teams, I thought did their job too. So a lot of good things from a positive standpoint in all three phases. Yeah, there's some things that need to be fixed. Offensively, look at the red zone. Defensively, third downs. I mean, they have to get off the field. Third down percentage wasn't good. They gave up 50%, I think, to Washington on third down. So got to be better in that aspect. From a third down defense standpoint, that's got to be much better, especially against New Orleans. As we saw, Chicago struggled on third down and they couldn't get off the field. So, but, and just a couple of storylines to highlight, you look at Tom Brady. I mean, the guy is so damn good. I mean, we have to be impressed that we have him on our team. I mean, he played very well against Washington. Yeah, there's a couple misfires here and there, but man, he made some big time throws in that game. So excited for him, and really excited to see what he does against this Saints defense for the third time this year. So really excited. Yeah, third time's the charm. I hope so too, guys. And I'll get to your questions here. I see you guys talking about, yeah, and, Mike Evans. Yeah, I mean, he's a monster. He played really well. Broke their franchise record for, I think, over 100 yards, right, guys? So in a playoff game, so that was awesome. Let me go back up here. Yeah, and I see you guys' comments. Yeah, defensively, yeah, that is a concern. But I think we'll be okay. Devin White's a big piece, and you get Steve McClendon back as well. Yeah, that was a big injury there. Nestor. Yeah, going to miss Kappa. Yeah, I mean, that does hurt. They're going to start Aaron Stinney. This will be his first start, so it is a risk, but BA says he's ready. So, we'll see how that goes. I think this was answered already. But yeah, Rojo, it just seemed like his quad kind of flared up before the game, and he just didn't feel like it was going to help the team if he went out there. So they decided to, just rest him. So hopefully he's back this week against New Orleans. But yeah, I mean, just getting back to it, Yeah, playoff Tom is definitely a different breed, for sure. I mean, he's just so locked in. I mean, and the throws that he makes is, very impressive. So shout out to him. Shout out to Mike Evans, who played really well. Uh, Cameron Brate, awesome. He came up big. So that was really cool to see. Um, and I hope we get to utilize him more. They lived in 12 personnel. And if you guys don't know what 12 personnel is, that's where you have 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 back, and a lot of 13 personnel, which was good too. 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver, 1 running back. That was really good to see. So, yeah, I mean, just a good win. I'll throw this out to the group. I mean, how did you guys enjoy Wildcard weekend? It was a pretty good weekend for me. I mean, just watching football. I don't know if you guys, got off from the couch at all. I was pretty lazy this weekend, just watching football constantly. So it was pretty fun, and it was just exciting to see the Buccaneers back in a playoff game. I know it's been so long. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed just the game overall and really took it all in like I did. And it was fun seeing our Bucs go out there and getting a victory since 2002, the Super Bowl. So that was really nice. And hopefully we can continue this role going. Obviously, as we get into, transfer focus to New Orleans, it's a matchup, man. It's a tough matchup for our team. Looking at it personnel wise, I mean, the Saints just do a great job of their coverage and pass rush on defense has been a lot better. So we're going to have to find ways to create space and create options for Tom Brady to throw to, or whether it be in the run game. And hopefully we can stick to the run game better this time around, not have just 5 rushes like we did and that debacle at Ray J, 38-3. So, yeah, that's a great point. X _1K. Yeah, Bills, Bucs, Browns. Yeah, all winning. So that's awesome. But like I was saying, you're going against a really good New Orleans team, and they're very well coached. They're disciplined, so we have to be smart in how we play. We need to play aggressive like they do. We need to stand up to the bully, right? Because the Saints have been the bully for the Bucs. I mean, they beat them the last 5 times they face each other. Something's got to change. Something has to be different. We got to come out and win the line of scrimmage. And I think that's been our biggest issue. So offensive line is going to have to play like they did this past Saturday, maybe even better. It's going to be tough without Alex Kappa, like you guys have mentioned. So they're going to have to do a better job of, making sure their protections are on point, whether that's keeping Gronk in more to block like they did this last time and really max protect for Tom, use that play action to get him more time. Watch out for their blitzes that they like to do. So they do a lot of different things, cover 2 man, or they'll send in, blitzers from everywhere, kind of like how Todd Bowles does it, but they just do it in a different way. And we have to be prepared for that. That's going to be very important. Yeah, I see in the chat here. Yeah, AB. I think, that's going to be the X factor, right, guys? If we can get AB lined up on one of their lesser corners and he can really separate, same thing with like Scotty Miller. I would like to see those guys work, across the field and really do something in that nature. So, get them east and west and really work the short game. And then you can go maybe over the top, later on. But I think the game plan offensively, you got to really be balanced against this defense and really try to find ways to get them, out of sync or off their game. So that's going to be very important. Double block Cameron Jordan. I don't think really that's the problem. I think really their best pass rusher is Trey Hendrickson. That's the guy who usually gives us trouble because with his effort and just his ability to get around the edge. So, yeah, it's important that the O-line is ready to block in this game. And yeah, I think you need to keep in some tight ends and some backs, make sure you chip and and really wear down their pass rush. And you do that by running the football. And I think that's going to be very important, but you have to run it in the right way. Still be aggressive on first down, throw it a lot on first down and do those kind of things to mix it up. And he definitely did. Joe Haig was not good against the Saints last game. So I think that's why you see Aaron Stinney getting the start. I think they like Joe Haig as the extra offensive lineman. So that is going to be important, that we find ways to block and make sure we're good there. Looking in the chat here, guys, appreciate the comments and everybody joining in. King, I'm not going to pronounce, I don't know, Antra. Lattimore has had Evans' number recently. I agree with that. Mike is definitely due for a big game. I think, hopefully he gets more healthier than he was last week, and he's good to go for this game on Sunday. The extra rest will help. And he should have a big game. But I think we got to be balanced in how we attack them, like we did, against the Washington, and making sure that we're finding the open guy and really attacking the mismatch that's available. Obviously Chris Godwin had the mismatch, but it's unfortunate he had those drops because he was getting open quite often. I believe they targeted him 12 times. So, just continue to attack what's working, find the open guy, which Tom usually does. But it's really just about giving him the time to throw, but also, mixing in that run game, Rojo, hopefully he can go, Leonard Fournette, etc., and really run the ball. So that's going to be important. Eric, you're right on point. Antonio Brown, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. Yeah, they definitely are the best options to throw to. Nestor, you make a great point. Chauncey Gardner, man, he's an ultimate trash talker. I mean, he knows how to get in the heads of these players, and he obviously did that against the Bears yesterday. So, we got to watch out for that, but we can't back down. That's the biggest thing. I think this Bucs team needs to come in confident, but also businesslike, and don't back down to these guys, and really come out there with fight. And, obviously they're going to do so, high effort, but you got to be smart in how you attack them. I think we got to hit them in the mouth where it matters, and that's up front, right? So the offensive line, the defensive line is going to be very pivotal to winning this game. That's true. He does talk trash, but he does back it up. Yeah, he's a really good player. Me, myself, as a Gators fan, hopefully that doesn't make you guys upset, but I am a Gators fan, and I used to watch Chauncey Gardner. He was very good. So, but I think you can exploit him at times. I mean, if you get the right matchups, you find ways to, go after him. So there's going to be options. Obviously you want to get guys on their linebackers maybe in coverage and find ways to battle that. Hopefully we can, just throw some different things. I think, use some. I still love the 12 personnel. I think that's what you should live in, and then mix in some, 11 personnel with our receivers and really utilize either the quick passing game or use that play action to go downfield if it's there. But, as you saw yesterday, the Bears had opportunities, but they didn't cash in. So we have to make sure we do that and capitalize, right? Looking through the chat here, guys, again, appreciate you guys joining me. Hopefully I'm not boring you too much. Apologize. I don't have, the technology that my co-host Mark has as far as, switching screens and showing different things. So this is kind of a dummy down, a simplified version of our live stream. So, but thank you guys for joining me. I can't cover AB. Yeah, I mean, maybe not. I mean, that would be the matchup to watch, right? We should use Rojo and Leonard like the Browns use Hunt and Chubb. Yeah, that would be nice to see. I would like that. Hunt is kind of like their third down back for the Browns, and then Rojo is like the bruiser or the main workload in the run game like Chubb is. So yeah, I think that needs to be a focus, especially against New Orleans. I think you can find ways to run against this team, but you have to do it in the right way. I like our offensive line. I like their size, and we should be able to get some push in the way we've been running the football lately. Different things, doing a lot more motion. Pre-snap motion has been critical, and it's been very good for offense. So hopefully they can do that, going forward this week and have a better game plan than they've had in the past. Obviously the offense is different than the last time we see them, but I think most will agree this is going to come down to, defensively and how we play. We have to be better in execution and be more aggressive. Offensively, got to play smart, not turn it over. And then, defensively, got to find ways to disrupt what they do best. And that's, throwing the quick game. And Drew Brees doesn't like getting hit or moved around. So got to find a way to throw him off and get him off his spot. And that way you can get some turnovers like we saw yesterday and what the Bears did. So, but yeah, Deuce, you make a great point. Misdirection plays was really nice to see. I like the reverses that we threw in there. Hopefully we can do some more of that against New Orleans. I think that's going to be important. Get that defense moving one way and try to go back the other ways is a good way to, produce offense when their defense is pretty stout in coverage and how aggressive they do play. So yeah, I think that will be something to watch for. Just appreciate, guys, the comments. Felix, you double tight end sets for blocking as cap. Yeah, I think that's definitely, like I said earlier, 12 personnel, I think, is something that you have to definitely utilize and go with. So, for sure. I think that will be important, especially against New Orleans and how they blitz and how they try to pressure you with not only front four, but they just bring it in all different ways. So you have to be prepared for that and make sure you're giving Tom enough time to throw the football. That's a good one, Nestor. I hate Taysom Hill too, but he's a good player. I mean, they utilize him in so many ways, and you got to be prepared for it. Definitely when he comes in the game, he's going to do something with the football. So we got to be ready for those powers and the counters that he runs as far as running it. They tried to throw it with him yesterday and that kind of backfired. So hopefully they do that against us and we can force some turnovers or get a sack, against him. But yeah, he's definitely a guy to watch for, and got to make sure you can't let him beat you. In addition to what they already have, which is Kamara, Michael Thomas, Drew Brees, etc. Should we use Gronk or have him block? Yeah, I agree with that. I think you definitely need him to help this offensive line. I think it's smart to have him in there for max protection, give Tom more time to find guys like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin who can win, on two-man routes or, however they want to play it. I think that's a good idea. Or you could have Gronk, and do those tight end screens that we've seen before that can work against New Orleans. So, yeah, definitely. That's a great point. But again, guys, I appreciate you guys being in here. I see it looks like there's more than 20 people or so in here. So thank you, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do content like this every Monday, a live stream. We also have film studies that we put out later in the week that go over the previous game, and then we also preview the upcoming game. So very excited about those coming out soon. It's going to be really exciting to break it down, how we're going to attack this Saints team and really what can we do to win this game. And just really excited. I mean, being in a divisional round, I know you got to be pumped for this Sunday. It's going to be a heck of a game. 6:40 Sunday night on Fox. It's unfortunate we have to listen to Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. I know we talked about commentary last time we were on here, but I mean, it should be a fun one and a chance to go to the NFC Championship game. I mean, we haven't said that in a long time, right? I mean, man, the nerves are going to be up or amped, but it's going to be exciting. So I can't wait and just ready for it to be here. Going through here, let's see what we got here. Hardcore Hero. Yeah, nothing would make me happier than being the team to knock out the Saints, especially this. Yeah, I mean that would be awesome, right? I mean, knock him out. It'd be like, the against the Eagles when we, ended the vet, the old stadium, knocked them out, and it'd be cool to knock Breeze out, send him to retirement early, and that would be awesome. Yeah, it would have been great to have Romo. I like that's a great point, Deuce. I like Romo commentary. He's really good. Yeah, great point here. We got to drain the clock and keep Breeze off the field. Yeah, I think that's why you have to mix in the run game, and hopefully we can have a balanced attack. Move the chains, but also get some big plays because you're going to have to, right? You got to get some big plays, and you got to score in the red zone. That's going to be very important. You can't have those long drives and then get nothing or get 3. You got to get 7. So that's going to be pretty much the pivotal point of the game. Getting off the field on third down on defense, that's going to be important. So we got to be aggressive in how we attack them. Send those blitzes with Devin White up the middle and really get after it. So that's going to be. That's what we got to do. We can't play soft. We can't play these zones. You can play zone at times because you can't play man every down, but you got to mix it in well and really try to disguise it so Drew Brees doesn't pick up on your tendencies, right? So that's going to be important. We got to stop Kamara. Can't let him just run all over us. That you got to tackle. Tackling and blocking. That's what it comes down to. That's football. Everyone thinks football is a complex sport. I mean, really, it's not. It comes down to tackling, blocking, and working together as a team. And hopefully, it looks like the Bucs they're starting to do that. And, everything's clicking better. So just got to have our best game, and hopefully we can do that on Sunday. But again, guys, I appreciate everyone who's in the chat, pitching in as far as comments. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them out there. I think we pretty much covered everything. I know I kind of been rambling on here, but yeah, Saturday night was just a fun win. It's great to, be in the divisional round against New Orleans. I think that's all Bucs fans kind of won in New Orleans, right? I think all of you guys would agree we won in New Orleans in the playoffs. Because that's who we would have to go through anyways. It would be either the Saints or the Packers, right? And to beat the best, you gotta go out there and do it. Beat the man. You gotta do that. And they've been bullying us for way too long. And I think I just want to see our team finally come up and make a statement, and step up to these guys. And if we lose, we lose. But I want it to be a competitive game. I think we will. Hardcore Hero, I appreciate that. Yeah, he's had a good weekend, as you can say. Baby boy, very excited. He's very excited about it. So thank you. Yeah, King, how many points do you think they need to beat the Saints? I'm going to say we're going to need at least probably 28 to 35, somewhere in that range. I think our defense will play better. I think they've shown that they can stop this offense, for a period of time. It's just being consistent, and our offense is going to have to help them out. We can't start the game 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, right? So we have to start fast. And that's the key against New Orleans. You got to find a way to get ahead of them. And really then you can control the game. So that's going to be important. But yeah, I would say 28, 35-ish range. That's going to be big time. Score predictions. We don't really do score predictions here. I will probably save that for maybe we'll do it on the preview that we have coming out later this week. Maybe we'll do it that time. Fred F. Hey, Fred. Brady won't lose 3 times to the Saints. He also won first Super Bowl in New Orleans. Okay. Yeah. I'm feeling it too, man. I feel like the Bucs, they just got something about them that's coming together, and, having Tom Brady, I think that might make the difference. But again, we have to play well offensively, defensively, and special teams, right, to make that happen. But yeah, I like our chances with Tom. Absolutely. Yeah, hopefully AB and Scotty will have more catches. Yeah, I would like to see Scotty get more in the game, right? I think he's a guy that can really change the dynamic just because of his speed. And I like when they get him involved on the short passes across the middle. Hey, Antonio, how's it going, man? Okay. Yeah, that would be huge, hardcore. I mean, if we could get a defensive score, or turnovers are going to be very pivotal. I mean, that's been really the difference in these Saints games. We've been turning the ball over way too much. You look at the first game of the season, we turned it over, pick sixes, etc. We can't do that. So we're going to have to be very sharp in making sure that, okay, if they do stop us, we're punting and giving our defense a chance to really, stop the Saints and get the ball back. Not putting the Saints in plus territory where they're already on our side of the field, and that's making it way too easy for them. So we have to do a better job of, protecting it, and that starts up front. So we got to make sure we do that, run the football, be balanced, and, we'll take care of business. Fred F, I see the Bucs putting up 40 plus. Offense is kicking. Yeah, man, I hope so. I hope we can put 40 up. It's going to start with offensive line, right? It's going to start with the execution of the offense, making sure, we're doing a good sequence. We're committing to that run game. We're doing play action, being aggressive on first down, all those things. Yeah, it's definitely possible. I like the mismatches that we can create, like you guys said earlier, with Antonio Brown, et cetera, Cameron Brate. Use your running backs out of the backfield. So that's going to be important. Thank you guys for the questions here coming in. Do you think Stinney can hang with the rest of the line? I think he can do enough. He's a big kid, and I think he's shown well in the little time that he has played with offensive line at points of the season. They feel he's ready, so hopefully he can do his job and pass protect well and be physical up front in the run game. So we're going to find out. I mean, if it's not working early, maybe they make a change, but hopefully everything will be fine, going early in that game, and he can get confidence and then, continue to play well. Yeah, first downs are always key. Yeah, we got to be aggressive on first down and trying to stay out of third and long situations for sure. And then defensively, you got to win on third down, right? Get them off the field. Yeah, defense. I think defense, whoever's defense plays better, obviously is going to dictate the outcome of the game, right? I believe in the protection Tom will get in this upcoming game. Tom will handle himself. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think Tom will play very well. I think he's locked in. He's making all the right reads. So, yeah, protection, I think, will be good enough for him to make plays. It's going to come down to, our defense playing smart and not giving up anything too easy for the Saints. Make the Saints work for it, right? How should the defense play Kamara and Thomas, or even Deontay Harris? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. He's the guy that scares me the most. I mean, we saw him yesterday and he was really good. I mean, he's quick and just really shifty. So they got to play. I think the defense should come out and play aggressive. A lot of cover 2-man is what I would do. So have 2 safeties back, have your corners up and press, have your linebackers be aggressive in the blitz, or, so do some blitzing with Levante and Devin White and get that offensive line for the Saints moving. That's what you want to do. Make them think and move around. That way you can create pressure on Drew Brees up the middle. That's going to be very important. So we have to make sure we're just disciplined. And, if we're blitzing, we have to make sure that our press coverage is in place so we can disrupt the timing of that offense. And you can get, those short passes that they like to do off target. That's going to be very important. Make them throw downfield. If they hit you downfield, then so be it. I think that's something you should live with. Make it difficult for the Saints to complete that downfield pass, but at least you're being aggressive in the fact. So that's going to be very important. Our defensive line is going to have to show up. JPP, Shaq Barrett are going to have to play much better than they have. Dominic Sue, Will Golston, et cetera, are going to have to get pushed because we have to disrupt them. They're a timing offense. Everything is, short and quick and fast because Drew Brees, I mean, he's on his game, right? He's 1, 2, 3 throw. So he doesn't wait. He doesn't hold the ball very long. And you have to make sure you force that decision quickly and then attack it and make sure you tackle, right? So if you're going to give up something, make sure you hit them hard, but wrap them up. And I think that's going to be very important. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the questions. I'm not going to even try to pronounce your name. I'm sorry, man. I'll call you, I guess it's Vidher. I don't know. I probably butchered that. I apologize. But yeah, should we focus on checkdowns or push the ball? I think it's a combination of both. I think you have to there's Mark. I think you have to, just be smart in how you attack it. Checkdowns are going to be open because they do play cover 3 and some cover 4 at time, but they do play aggressive. They do play a lot of 2-man coverage. So you just have to do what they're giving you. Attack the areas that are open. So try to stay balanced. I think that's going to be very important. Running the football and making sure you stay in your lane and not try to do too much, and attack them by hitting exactly what's available. And I think Tom Brady's done a good job of that. Yeah, I mean, you're on it. I mean, we need to force Brees to throw deep for sure. Don't forget Jared Cook. Yeah, Jared Cook's a nightmare as well. I mean, he's just big, fast. He can do it. He can do it all. So very, very hard to stop everyone. I mean, the Saints have a bunch of riches, right? So yeah. Hey, Mark. Yeah, we're already on Saints talk. Very short on the Washington football team game. It was a win, right? So that's what matters. Yeah, TB12 Goatman. I think Fournette was going to start and get more snaps than Rojo, even if healthy. Yeah, that could be the case. And I got to give credit to Leonard. I mean, he played very well. You all know I haven't liked Leonard on the team, but he did well. I mean, that was playoff Leonard Fournette. Third time's the charm. We're clicking on offense. I like that, Chilwell. I think so too. Mark, yeah, Devin White coming back. Yes, that's huge. Yeah, make Gronk block and break catch again. Yeah, I like how you put that together. It's almost like make America great again. But but yeah, I think that should be part of the game plan because you really got to find a way to keep Tom upright because of the pass rush that the Saints can provide. So if that allows Gronk to stay in and help block and you can double team some of their guys because you have 7-man protection, then I think that's what you have to do. And, I think that'll be very important. That's going to be the key of this game for offensively, giving Tom a time to throw and really, dissect the defense and find the holes and then run the football. I think that's got to be very important. Yeah, running game will be key. I agree, Fred. We got to be able to run it, and stop their run game too. And I think that's something we've shown in the past we can do, but we have to do much better job doing it this week. I mean, we really got to shut it down. And then offensively, yeah, feed the backs the ball, get them involved and mix it in and then use your play action and you can find ways to, get the ball downfield. Yeah, Mark, I appreciate the input. Let's see if we can do some out and ups. Yeah, do some double moves. And that comes back to protection, right? So we have to make sure, we're blocking and, you can see Scotty Miller or AB or Mike, doing double moves in this game and really get the aggressiveness of these corners to bite. And hopefully we can hit them downfield. I think that's a great idea. And hopefully we can see that on Sunday. Hey bud, how you doing, man? Our boys better on the road. I think it's just the mindset of against the world, us against the world, right? That kind of mindset. You're going into a stadium where, there's not going to be a lot of fans. So really the home field advantage doesn't really matter in these playoffs. And I think it's just a locked in business focused mentality. You don't have the distractions that maybe you do have at home, with family and et cetera. You're just more locked in when you're on the road, it seems like. And that was the case with a lot of teams from this past weekend in playoffs. You have the 5 seed winning in the AFC, both 6 seeds won. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think the road really matters. Home or away, I don't think it's a huge deal. Getting the Saints to have to convert on 3rd and long will be the way to win. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you got to force them in 3rd and long situations, but you have to get off the field, right? We saw time and time again the Saints converted against the Bears defense yesterday. 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. Like, it didn't matter. 3rd and 15, they found ways to get first downs. So you have to be smart and making sure you get them off the field, make them punt. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we can't wait either. We're excited to break down the games. Yeah, man. No, thank you so much. We appreciate that. We're always excited to do them and really love it. Tom, hey, Tom, I feel like defense will bend a lot and the offense, hopefully. Not sure what you're saying there, Tom, but yeah, I mean, oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, fully gels and goes on fire. I think so too. I think the offense is clicking. I think they will be definitely better, hopefully more efficient inside the red zone. That's going to be very important. Yeah, real M1K3 will shine. Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, you're right on it. Yeah, defensively, we can't do the 3-man rushes. It's just not going to work. We have to be aggressive, like you're saying there, and take away the underneath. So that's going to be very important. You think AB gets more targets this game? I hope he's involved early on. I like when AB is involved and they find ways to get him the football. It just sets things up, right? It sets things up for the later part of the game, because if they're focusing on AB, that takes away attention from Mike Evans. It takes away attention from Chris Godwin. So yeah, definitely. That's what we have to do. Definitely in this game. I would like to see that because he's going to have the matchup, right? AB is going to be matched up on the lesser corner than, say, Mike Evans or Chris Godwin. So you got to take advantage of that. You got to find ways, to win that matchup. It's going to be very important. So 3K being allowed. Okay. Yeah. I mean, 3,000 fans being allowed. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. So it's going to have some type of effect, but again, it's not 80,000, right? It's not 80,000 in the stadium. So hopefully, we don't have any like false starts or, penalties because of the crowd noise. So that's something I think, we'll be ready for, have silent counts. Yeah, yeah, that should be fun. Should we do a 3-4 scheme or 4-3? We're going to play our defense, but I think we need to be aggressive with it. And at times we've shown it. I mean, we showed it against Kansas City where we played, aggressive fronts and aggressive alignments and coverage, and it worked. Those are the kind of things that we have to do. We've shown it against the Saints. Even the Saints, when they were blowing us out, 38, I think, to 3 in the second half, we showed more aggression and we got stops. The Rams game, same thing. We made adjustments in the second half. We got a lot of defensive stops in that game. So yeah, I mean, you said it right there. Yeah, we can't play stupid soft zone. We gotta be aggressive and make things happen, force the issue against Drew Brees. You can't let them dictate the game because they will. They have that good of offense where they can just methodically drive, get down the field, and score touchdowns. We can't let that happen. We got to go out there and make them be something that they're not, right? So that's going to be important. Good question, Mario. I'm not sure if Hendrickson will play. I know he's having a neck issue. So, if he is in there, that's someone definitely we have to watch out for because he is their best pass rusher, I feel. He's just nonstop motor. He's like Jared Allen. So got to make sure you watch him. Mark, 40 or 50 against Washington football team. Yeah, I think we could have. Yeah, definitely. We could have easily scored 40, especially if Chris Godwin didn't have his drops. We didn't have the fumble on the one drive where we were looking to score. So yeah, definitely. Whose defense is better? I think the Saints defense is better, in my opinion. I just feel like they get away with a lot of stuff, the Saints defense. I mean, man, they play aggressive. They do a lot of hand checking, inside those 5 yards, and they get away with holding, as we've seen. So they like to push the issue. They're very aggressive in how they interfere and how they scheme it up. So, I feel like they're just a better, more talented than Washington. And their pass rush works better together, in my opinion. Not saying Washington doesn't have a great pass rush, they do, but I think the Saints defense is good. But like Mark said, I mean, we could definitely, this could be our offensive game where if we put everything together, we should be able to score points, and definitely going to have to score, in that 28 to 35 range. I think that's going to be important. That's a good point, TB12. I was very excited that they had hit the screens. They hit it a couple of times in that game, and it worked well. They called it at the right times, and they had a very well executed a couple of screens to Leonard Fournette. So that was really nice to see. Hardcore Hero, using a quick pass on the outside with AB as an extension of the run game. Yes, definitely. We have to do that, because it shifts and how the defense is going to play us, right? It makes them change some things, maybe be a little bit more aggressive. Then you can, do some fakes of that and maybe go down the field. So it just sets up stuff later on. And that's definitely what we have to do against New Orleans. Nestor. Oh shit, what now when he caught that screen? Yeah, probably. I agree with that. I think you're referring to the defense. Yeah, I think they are a bit more rounded. I think their secondary is better than Washington's, and they play better as a unit. I agree with that. Hey, Mike Jam. Hey, man, I appreciate you joining us. Pats fan here, rooting for the Bucs all the way. We thank you. Yep. Yeah, I think a lot of Pats fans are Bucs fans right now. So yeah, thank you for the support. Mark, this team is totally different from offensive play and calling aspect from when they played the Saints the prior 2 occasions. Like we say almost every week, the coaching staff is only the speed. Yeah, they are. Yep, that's our only concern. I mean, if the coaches call it right, they call up a nice game plan where they're sequencing and doing a good job of calling it how it should be and being aggressive and attacking offensively and then attacking on defense as well. That's when this team is at its best, and hopefully we see that. But I think you meant Kappa. Marpet is healthy, so I think the offensive line will be okay. Marpet's going to be in there, but Kappa is the one who's out. He fractured his ankle, so Aaron Stinney is going to step in for him. Fred F., do you think McCoy will get involved? That remains to be seen. I think he's, hopefully he's back for this game. I like to see him dressed. I think he is great for screens, and I like to see him, get involved in that way. But, we'll just have to see how it plays out. It depends on if, hopefully Rojo is back back too. That's going to be a big difference. This is, something we mentioned earlier. I think, Gronk is going to be used as a blocker again this week. I think it's important to utilize him in that way and help the offensive line. The refs are definitely lenient with the Saints. I think, like you said, they're trying to make up for those bad calls that they've had over the years. That's what it seems like. But yeah, they get a lot of things their way, so it's going to be interesting. Hopefully, the Bucs can overcome that if they are getting favorable calls or no calls, what have you. Hopefully it's a fair called game. That's what gotta pray for. um, TB12's been my boy since the beginning. Yeah, I mean he's a heck of a player. I always respected him when he was on the Patriots, but to see him on the Bucs now is just, I mean, you can just see how good the dude is. I mean, he's an outstanding football player. Do we think Donovan Smith follows up his last game with another? I think so, John. I mean, I think Donovan has shown that he's got this capability. He really stonewalled Chase Young. I mean, didn't even allow him to touch Tom Brady. So I'm hoping he can bring the big boy pants again and play very well. And I think he'll do so. I like how he's playing so far. Speaking of bad calls, horse collar. Yeah, Mark was upset with that one as well. I was okay with the call. He was around the hoist collar, but yeah, I mean, there's going to be bad calls and good calls. Cameron Brate, got away with a little offensive pass interference this last game, so it goes hand in hand. So hopefully they're just balanced. Yeah, there you go. Playoffs, the refs usually hold the whistle. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that as long as they're equal on both sides and they call it, the same. I'm good with that. So, but yeah, again, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys joining this chat and joining this live stream. Again, hopefully I'm not boring you too much over this hour that we're going. So again, just thank you to all the support. We appreciate it. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button down below, hit the subscribe button as well if you're not a subscriber to our channel. Our channel is just something unique in which we try to tell you, why this is happening or show you the how. We usually have a lot of film studies that, go out later in the week where we really break down the game and, just talk different and how we see it and really try to show you a different view. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. But yeah, let's keep it going. If you guys have any other questions, yeah, thank you, Fred. I appreciate that. Let's see, John. Okay, yeah, I know but his performance and post-game interview makes me hope he's locked in, not be the reason why. Yeah, no, I agree. I think he is locked in, and he has been playing. I think he's been playing pretty well over this last stretch. So hopefully that continues. He has a great game. So, yeah. Thank you, Hardcore. Yeah. I always need Mark in the future. Thank you. I appreciate it. Trying not to keep it too stale, I should say. Do you think we win, Tom? I'm going to lean towards yes. I just feel like, it's the third time we're playing this team. I think this team is tired of being, beaten down or, like the stepchild to the Saints. I think they're ready to, come out and really give them a fight and, step up to that bully that the Saints have been. And it's going to start up front. We got to be physical. That's been the biggest issue. We've been out physical by the Saints football team, and that can't happen. So we got to make sure we run it and we be aggressive up front, really attack early and often, and just get after it. So that's going to be important. Nestor, I think I'm a little bit of confident and excited for this game. Yeah, I'm not really nervous. I think the Bucs are going to play well. I know the Saints are a good football team, though, and so it's going to be a good game. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping we just come out and start, strong. But I'm confident in this team. I feel like they have a good swagger about them right now. I think everything is going smoothly. So hopefully, with the addition of Devin White, I think that's going to be huge for our defense. And I feel good about it. I feel like this is our moment right now, and hopefully we can take advantage of it. But But yeah, just going through your comments here. Yeah, Todd Bowles will determine whether or not we win this game. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a factor. Yeah, Todd's got to have to call a great game against Drew Brees. Got to be aggressive, like I keep continuing to say. Yeah, great point. Blitz pickup is going to be critical. We got to make sure that is good. Yeah, O line, D line's always going to. Yep. What adjustments have they made recently? Do you think has led to recent success? Yeah, it's been mainly on the offensive side of the ball. We've been speaking about it here over the last couple of weeks. It's just attacking more on first down. They're throwing the ball more, on early downs. That's been pivotal. They're running the ball more effectively. The blocking has been better. So really just a combination of both, protecting Brady, using the play action pass, using pre-snap motion, to dictate what the defense is doing, whether it's man or zone. So that's been important. That's where the big changes have come. Defensively, I think they're just playing kind of that bend, don't break kind of style. They're not allowing the deep ball, to beat them. So I like to see them get back to aggressive style on defense, though, because that's how they need to live, especially against these better quarterbacks like Drew Brees. Let's see. Keep going. Shadow Tempest. Why does Todd keep playing zone instead? Man, we keep giving up big play. Yeah, I mean, they're going to play some man. They're going to play some zone. I mean, you can't play one coverage all the time. It's hard to do so. They have the players. They have the players to play man. Press man. I think that's what they need to do more. You're going to mix in some zone here and there. Just because of down and distance and what the situation is. But yeah, they definitely need to be more balanced in how they call it. And hopefully this week they are aggressive because they got to take away the short stuff. You got to force Drew Brees to use that arm strength and make him go down the field for sure. But yeah, he's locked in. Yeah, I agree with that. I think he's focused for this week. Hey, Eddie. Yeah, I agree with that. I think, well, obviously they have to do some more things, but yeah, protecting Brady is definitely the key for them to go all the way. Hey, Buck Squad. What's up, man? Why the hell is SMB so bad? I think he's dealing with a lot of injuries, but yeah, he's not having a good year. It's been up and down for him. He's obviously thinking, technique is off. Allowing the outside corner routes that we've seen, especially inside the red zone, haven't been good. So, yeah, I'm hoping he can play better. Yeah, I agree with that as well. Secondary definitely has to step up. But yeah, we're almost at an hour, guys. Again, I appreciate everyone joining us. It looks like we got over 30 people. So I appreciate it. So thank you all for the support and just joining me here on this Monday. Again, a great Buccaneers win, being the Washington football team, our first playoff win since 2002. So very exciting times to be a Bucs fan right now and just really enjoying this ride. And hopefully we can see it, continue to go on past this weekend. That'd be awesome. So, but yeah, any more questions, feel free to, put them in there. Yep. Here we go. We got a couple more. Let's see. Which rookie is more impressive, Wirfs or Winfield? Yeah, that's a great question, man. I think Wirfs has been the most impressive. I think he's been really good. Should be all pro. And unfortunately, he didn't get that. Winfield has been just as good, man. He's made a lot of plays. So I think they're both going to have really good careers. If I had to put it on one, I would probably say Wirfs, just because he's so damn consistent. And I mean, he's just playing outstanding. So I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, give a thumbs up. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, defense definitely can't get penalties. That's going to be key. We got to play disciplined football and play smart. That's going to be very important. Yeah, a lot of people saying worse. Yeah, go Bucs, man. Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Yeah, Mark is he's having a very good weekend with the new baby boy. Yeah, I agree with that. I think, yeah, he's just been so damn good. Yeah, yeah, so did I. I jumped out of my chair when they drafted Winfield, so I was very excited about that. Um, hey, Danny, man. Hey, yeah, sorry, just missed it. We're about to wrap up here, but yeah, go Buccaneers. Um, yeah, thank you, Eddie. Yeah, thanks, guys. Hello, Dirk. um, yeah, go Bucks. Go Bucks for sure. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. I think I'm going to wrap it up now. So we got a lot of content coming out later this week. So I hope you guys, stay tuned for that. I think we're also going to do a live stream like we did this past weekend, before the game. So we're going to try to do that Sunday before the Saints game. So again, thank you so much. Thank you to Bucs Report for the support that they have given. Thank you to all our YouTube subscribers, Facebook group, Twitter followers. Thank you so much. And as always, go Bucs, and everyone have a great week. And we'll see you next time for our film studies, and then also another live stream coming out Sunday night for the big game. So go Bucs. Everyone have a great night.